Hello guys, today in this video, we are going to help you to find out the best wireless routers in market. I made this list based on my personal opinion and I tried to list them based on their quality, durability, customer review and more. If you want to see their price and find out more information about them, you can check our links in the description below. Number 10. D-Link Cover C1203. Ready to jump on the mesh wireless router bandwagon, but without breaking open that piggy bank? You're in luck with the affordable D-Link Cover C1203. It's one of the best wireless routers, if you want to upgrade and save at the same time. It offers comparable coverage to that of the Google Wi-Fi while also being affordable, and it also looks futuristic in a great way. It's somewhat slower than Google's legendary router, but it will still be fast enough for the typical user. It's no surprise that the D-Link Cover C1203 gets our vote the best router 2022 if you want a mesh one. Number 9. TP-Link Archer A6 AC 1200 Gigabit Smart Wi-Fi Router. TP-Link's Archer A6 is a solid budget router that's ideal for users in smaller living spaces. While it doesn't have the range to handle larger homes, it offers more than enough for a single user or a small family living in a bungalow, apartment, or condo. Featuring dual-band Wi-Fi, the A6 is an 802.11 AC router with up to 1.2 gigabits per second of bandwidth across its 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz channels, so you'll have no problem streaming Netflix in 4K or keeping in touch with friends and family on Zoom or FaceTime. An array of 4 beamforming antennas and MU-MIMO support also means your 5 GHz devices won't slow each other down. Surprisingly, it even supports the latest WPA3 wireless encryption standard, and includes a built-in OpenVPN server. There's also the usual set of 4 gigabit Ethernet ports around the back to hardwire in devices for maximum performance. Sadly, you won't find any USB ports on this one, but that's not surprising for a router in this price range. TP-Link obviously had to cut back somewhere. It's also worth noting that the Archer A6 is virtually identical to the Archer C6. For whatever reason, TP-Link has chosen to use unique model numbers for different sales channels, but both models offer the same features and capabilities. Number 8. Google Nest Wi-Fi. Google's Nest Wi-Fi is one of the things that distinguishes the Google Home ecosystem from the competition, offering a tight level of integration that most others can't match. Not only does this mesh Wi-Fi system provide the full Google experience, but it also packs some other really nice bonus features. Thanks to the Google Home app, the Nest Wi-Fi is also a total cinch to set up and manage, including prioritizing devices that need maximum speed, setting schedules for your kids, linking up Chromecast devices, and even sharing Wi-Fi with your friends, and many of these features can even be kicked off with Google Assistant commands, including running speed tests and pausing your kids' Wi-Fi access during homework time. The only downside is that the entire system only supports dual-band Wi-Fi, so you won't get the benefit of the dedicated backhaul channel between the main router and points that's found on higher-end mesh Wi-Fi systems, so it's not the best choice for really busy homes where all the kids are streaming and gaming over Wi-Fi at the same time. Number 7. Synology RT2600 AC Dual-Band Gigabit Wi-Fi Router. Keeping your kids safe from the darker corners of the internet can be a challenge, but fortunately, there are routers like Synology's RT2600 AC to give you a helping hand. The RT2600 AC protects your kids from online threats right at the perimeter of your home network, so you don't need to worry about installing parental control apps on each of their devices. Best of all, Synology's parental control features are ready to go right out of the box, with no additional subscription fees to deal with. The full-featured router operating system makes it straightforward to configure filtering rules for your whole home, plus individual profiles for each of your kids. From there, you can schedule when they'll be allowed online and for how long, and choose from over 20 different content categories to block. You can even set up individual filters for different periods of the day, so you can keep your kids off games and social media while still allowing them to access educational and research sites during homework time. There's also support for safe search to keep your kids from seeing inappropriate results when searching Google, YouTube, or Bing. With dual-band Wi-Fi offering up 2.6 gigabits per second of bandwidth and 4 beamforming antennas, the RT2600 AC provides more than enough speed and coverage for an average-sized home, so you'll have no problem with streaming, video calling, and gaming. There's also the usual set of 4 gigabit Ethernet ports and a pair of USB ports around the back, and as an added bonus, the RT2600AC also offers an SD card slot, so you easily share your media files with your whole family. Number 6. Netgear Nighthawk RAX88 Stream AX6000 Wi-Fi 6 router. As one of the first routers to introduce support for Wi-Fi 6 technology, Netgear's Nighthawk RAX80 looks every bit the futuristic router that it is, with sweeping hawk-like wings that elegantly hide away its 4 high-powered beamforming antennas. With up to 2,500 square feet of coverage along with support for 160 MHz wide channels, this router will make sure you get the streaming, video calling, and gaming performance that you need. Around back there's the usual collection of 4 gigabit Ethernet ports, and the RAX80 also supports 802.3 ad link aggregation, so you can pair up one of the LAN ports with your WAN port to get up to 2 gigabits per second of throughput for ultra-fast broadband plans. While the RAX80 originally lacked any malware or parental controls, Netgear has also since rectified that with a firmware update that adds the same Netgear Armor and Circle with Disney features found on almost all of its Wi-Fi 6 routers, although you'll still need to pay a small monthly subscription fee to take advantage of them. Number 5. Asus ROG Rapture GT AX11000 Wi-Fi 6 router. Asus GT AX11000 is an insanely powerful gaming router that can handle the needs of the most demanding online gamers with enough performance to spare for the rest of the family to enjoy other online activities like 4K streaming and video calling. With blazing fast 802.11ax Wi-Fi 6 performance and up to 10 gigabits per second of total throughput, the GT AX11000 can handle even the busiest homes, and the 8-antenna beamforming array will easily cover a living space of up to 5,000 square feet. If that's not enough, Asus AI Mesh 2.0 technology will let you add additional routers into the mix to create a full mesh Wi-Fi system. The usual 4 gigabit Ethernet ports around the back are also joined by a special high-speed 2.5 gigabits per second dedicated gaming port for the ultimate in wired performance. Under the hood you'll also find a full collection of the kind of advanced configuration features that Asus routers are known for, including its AI Protection Pro suite of security and parental controls, plus built-in VPN features, and the ability to tweak the 3 Wi-Fi bands for optimal performance. The 1.8 GHz quad-core CPU makes sure gamers get a lag-free experience, while also powering advanced optimization features like the WT-Fast Gamers Private Network, Adaptive QoS to prioritize gaming traffic, and VPN Fusion to protect your privacy without slowing down your games. Number 4. Aero Pro Mesh Wi-Fi System. The Aero Pro takes all the complexity out of setting up a mesh Wi-Fi system, with an intuitive mobile app that will have you up and running in a matter of minutes. This versatile and expandable mesh Wi-Fi system can also grow with you to cover even the largest homes. A single tri-band Aero Pro router will cover up to 2,000 square feet on its own, which means if you spring for a 3-pack of Aero Pro units, you'll get a total of 6,000 square feet of coverage. If you need more, you simply need to purchase additional Aero units, which can either be more Aero Pros for the fastest tri-band speeds, or standard dual-band Aero or Aero Beacon units, each of which offer 1,500 square feet of extra coverage. With the exception of the Aero Beacons, you'll also get a pair of gigabit Ethernet ports on each unit, so you also can hardwire in non-Wi-Fi devices like game consoles or smart TVs. The more discreet Aero Beacons, on the other hand, omit the wired ports, but have the advantage of simply plugging directly into any wall outlet, and they can double as night lights around your home, too. Unfortunately, Aero is one of the very few routers that lacks support for the PPPoE protocol used by many DSL providers, so if this is your ISP you'll want to steer clear of Aero unless you're willing to change providers, or you have the advanced networking skills needed to work around it. Number 3. Asus RT AX88 UAX6000 Dual-Band Wi-Fi 6 Router. If you're looking for a router that can offer you the peace of knowing that your home network is safe against malware and other online threats, then Asus RT AX88U has you covered. It's a high-performance router with a wealth of advanced features, from online security and parental controls to the latest Wi-Fi 6 technology, plus enough range and power to cover a large and busy home. Thanks to its suite of AI Protection Pro features powered by Trend Micro, The RTAX88U will block malicious sites to protect your devices from malware, phishing, spam, adware, and ransomware attacks. A two-way intrusion prevention system also prevents infected devices in your home from making outbound connections that could transmit your sensitive personal information. There's also built-in router security assessment tool helps you lock things down properly by identifying potentially insecure settings, so you won't need to worry about a misconfigured router leaving your home network vulnerable to hackers. Number 2. TP-Link Archer AX50 dual-band gigabit Wi-Fi 6 router. TP-Link's Archer AX50 lets you step into the latest Wi-Fi 6 technology without spending a bundle. Even if you don't have a lot of Wi-Fi 6 devices in your home yet, this router will make sure you're ready when they do come along, and in the meantime it will deliver impressive performance for all your 802.11 AC Wi-Fi 5 devices. With enough range to handle a modest-sized home, the AX50 offers great value for its affordable price tag, delivering up to 3 gigabits per second of bandwidth to all of your Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 5 devices. It also supports 160 MHz wide channels, which is a pleasant surprise considering that's something omitted by many more expensive Wi-Fi 6 routers. On top of that, TP-Link also includes a lifetime subscription to its HomeCare suite of security and parental control features, powered by Trend Micro, letting you block malware and create profiles for different family members to set time limits and keep your kids safe online. Around the back you'll find the usual collection of 4 gigabit Ethernet ports, but the AX50 has another nice surprise up its sleeve. You can combine 2 of the wired ports to use as a single link for the very highest speed multi-gigabit internet plans. There's also a USB 3.0 port for plugging in an external hard drive or sharing a printer, and while it doesn't offer the fastest NAS capabilities we've seen, it's more adequate for things like network backup, and it even supports Apple's Time Machine for Mac users. Number 1. Netgear Orbi Whole Home Wi-Fi System. Netgear's Orbi offers a much more living room-friendly aesthetic than most wireless routers, and it's actually a pretty big departure from Netgear's usual design. However, it's also the company's first mesh Wi-Fi system, so it's not something you're expected to hide somewhere in your basement. Chances are you actually will have one or more of these units in your living space, so looks are important here. Don't let its appearance fool you, though, as this powerful Wi-Fi system can easily cover even the largest and busiest homes with more than enough performance for all of your streaming and video calling needs. A dedicated wireless channel runs between the main Orbi router and the satellite units to keep everything running quickly and smoothly, which means you'll get consistent speeds, no matter which unit you're closest to. This also makes the 4 wired gigabit Ethernet ports on each satellite especially handy. These are designed to let you hardwire in a non-Wi-Fi device like a smart TV, PC, or game console, and thanks to Orbi's high-speed mesh network you'll get the same speeds at a satellite unit that you would from plugging straight into the main router. With Netgear Armor Security and Advanced Circle with Disney parental controls, it's also a great system for families of all ages.